Welcome Pisces to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 22nd of April for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. On the screen now I'm showing the event chart right at the start of the week. The big takeout is the position of Mars in your sign. Mars loves being in the first house. That's what he influences through its rulership of the sign of Aries. So it's a time to really embrace and manifest our individuality and have self-belief in it. Can also bolster your physical vitality, which may have been affected, to be honest, over the last year by the limiting and rather draining influences of Saturn and Neptune. And Mars starts this week, like he ended last week, in a tremendous alliance with Jupiter. So you've got Jupiter, the planet of growth, connecting with Mars, the planet of action. Jupiter's in your third house, which is quick movements, but also quick ideas, very close to the electric Uranus. So the chances are, as you come into this week, you could be feeling quite bubbly. And there is a real opportunity for you to showcase to people the nimbleness of your ideas, but also the fact that you can be fun to be with. So there's a lot of energy. And of course, the Sun moved to support up with Jupiter and Uranus late last week into your third house. And therefore, life is probably going a bit quicker. What's not to like? Well, it's just that we do have a clash between Pluto and the Sun, which, if you recall, did emerge last week. It's still in place this week, but it is going to enmesh the full moon, which occurs on Tuesday, in your sister water sign. Now for you, that's house 9, very much about widening your horizons, travel, philosophy, higher education. The third house is about our everyday communications, short journeys. Ninth house, longer journeys. But the position of Pluto is in the 12th house, and the 12th house and Pluto is a very powerful location for this planet, which can be about transformations, can be very psychological, can be about things that have been kept quiet, but it also can be about leverage. So you may encounter someone over the next couple of weeks where you have an interaction with them, and maybe it's going to be quite bubbly. You could even be quite flirty with one another, but you need to be mindful of what is really the subtext of what they're saying, but also understand your own motives as well, because Pluto in the 12th house is not an influence to ignore. And therefore, our quick words, the third house, are competing with the part of our situation which is to do with being more in touch with our higher philosophies, the 9th house. So there is some complexity from that full moon that Pluto feeds into. So things may be moving quicker, but sharing information quickly without care is probably not the best thing, because something could spill out that you would prefer to keep close to your chest, something that's quite confidential, or someone could tell you something and want you to keep it close to your chest, and that's going to be something that you will have to be aware of. So some intense conversations over the next couple of weeks, and some of them can be very engaging, flirty and fun. Your ideas can be bubbly, effervescent, things are moving quickly, but don't ignore the more psychological dimension of any conversation. But Mars in your sign certainly gives you a lot more stamina. And after the bruising that Saturn has inflicted over the last year, that is welcome. But what about the other players? Well, Mercury's close to the North Node as the week begins, yet still in retrograde, and Venus is close to the position of Chiron. Your financial situation, if there has been something a bit blocked, or you've been waiting to find out something that's to do with the stability of your situation, by Thursday when Mercury goes forwards, you will get that news. And hopefully it's going to be really good news for you, because trust your instincts, because with Mercury close to the North Node, the chances are that what you think will happen probably will. And also Venus continues its journey in your second house. So money has or could still come to you. It's a very positive part of Venus's journey. However, as the week goes on, I feel that the energy from that full moon is really at the heart of the story this week for you. So a lot of extra communication can be going on, but very important to try to read between the lines. So as much as there can be some, lovely, light, and as I say, perhaps flirty conversations, some other more serious conversations will require you to be much more perceptive about where people are really coming from and what they're trying to say, even if they're not using the actual words to express that point of view. It's been a pleasure being with you, Pisces. Did you know that 55% of people who watch my videos are not subscribers? If one of them is you, please subscribe to my channel and help it grow. If you click on the sub button, also click on the bell symbol, and then every time I upload a video, you'll get an alert. Thank you so much. Have a great week and goodbye.